Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. We are featuring another no-gi sparring rolling session featuring my buddy Andy, who at the time of this recording was a white belt, I think 3 or 4 stripes, and then he got promoted to blue not too long ago, but I had this recording laying around, so I wanted to bring it to the channel in honor of him getting his blue belt. And in the corner there is Professor Vince, and before this roll we talked about how there's no such thing as like a high level white belt or high level blue belt. If you're high level at a colored belt, you're pretty much the next belt level, was the theory that we were talking about and theory crafting. And in this roll, we're going to demonstrate how Andy definitely is deserving of his blue belt. So I'm going to start off with a mistake here on this double leg takedown. I kept my head on the outside, allowing Andy to get this guillotine attempt, but I'm able to free my head, and now he's going to use his right arm to kind of break my posture down and get the top lock position here. But my left arm is connected. It's on the inside, connected to my chin area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post with my right foot, bring my hands together, gable grip them so he can't lock up this triangle position. And when he readjusts here, trying to lock up the top lock and get the triangle position, I'm going to be able to duck my head under, free my head from that triangle position. But that all came from the mistake I made with keeping your head on the outside. Keeping your head on the outside on your takedowns is going to let you get guillotined by somebody, but I'm able to free myself from that position because I had to play defensively there. So now that I'm out of danger, I'm going to force Andy to start playing this half guard position, and he's going to start framing against my body to stop my left arm from going around his head. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stand up, controlling his ankles so he can't set up any type of guard. He's going to try to do an Imanari roll here, and I'm just going to kick my leg free and reset the entire position. So don't be afraid if your opponent is playing a guard that you do not like. Don't be afraid to step back, reassess, and then go back in when you're ready and composed. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to step back in, kind of get like a knee cut pass position, but use that to set up the over under. But with Andy's leg, his left leg right across my neck and shoulder, I realized that I can set up a stack pass position from the over under. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to gable grip my arms together, still putting pressure into his midsection, but when he locks his right arm to his shin, I'm going to use that to kind of grab his arm, and then I'm going to start shucking my shoulder to get that leg off. He's going to be able to re-guard with the knee shield and start setting up a guard position again. But that was just a little thing. The over-under connects very, very well with the stack pass. And right there, what I did was I pushed his feet away and tried to like get into a north-south position. That's a position that Daniel Flora, who I trained with out in Tulsa, shout out to you, Dan, that's a position that he used very, very effectively on me. So I wanted to, you know, kind of use that against Andy. So I get back into the over-under position here, and I'm going to start switching my hips because he's doing a very good job with his elbow-knee connection. So I'm going to start switching my hips and prying open the space that I need to get into the side control. Now that I'm in the side control, I'm going to start framing against his neck with my left arm. I'm going to like bring that in and get into the traditional side control here. And now what I can do is I can start using my offensive ability. So I thought about attacking his left arm, but I decided no, I'm going to control the head and shoulders and use that to get into a neon belly and then switch that into a mount position here. Now that I'm in the mount, I'm going to apply heavy pressure on Andy's chin with my left shoulder, and with my right arm, I'm going to start walking up the mat because I want to isolate his left arm in preparation for the submission that I want to go for, which is the mounted triangle. I've had a lot of success with the mounted triangle position, and I wanted to try to implement that here. And with my left arm, I'm really deep under his head, grabbing the far lat, and I'm going to transition into a high mount position, bringing my knees up towards his midsection. Now that I've isolated his left arm pretty significantly here, I'm going to bring my knees up to the high mount, but that gives Andy the ability to free his hips in preparation for him to try to escape. He's very flat on the mat with his feet, and he's going to use that to spring load and try to hook me with this inverted escape. I'm going to post my head on the mat to stop him from doing that inverted escape, and still walking up his arms. And I didn't feel like I had the right his body wasn't in the right position for me to go for this submission yet, and in doing so, in waiting, he's able to kind of roll me over and get out of the mount and into the closed guard. But that's okay because closed guard is what I play. It's one of my bread and butter positions. So now that I'm in the closed guard, and is going to try to control my wrist, and then when he stands, I'm going to control his right arm, and then I'm going to underhook his leg with my arm, and I'm going to hit the muscle sweep position here. Again, I've hit this so many times in gi and no gi. It's one of my favorite sweeps to do. And now that he's falling over, I'm going to control his right arm and use that to swing around to the back position here, with my right leg being the first hook, and pulsing on my right hand to get the right angle. I'm going to start attacking the neck, and then we're going to realize that Andy is bleeding. I believe he's bleeding from his nose area. I didn't really notice it when we were going, and that's actually going to be the end of the roll because he is gushing blood on the mat. So we are going to stop it here, and there's going to be a part 2 later, but that's going to be the end of the roll. So getting right into these takeaways, this is why you keep your head on the inside when you do your double and single leg takedowns, because keeping your head on the outside allows your opponent to start setting up guillotine attempts like Andy did here. Even though I was able to get out of it, it allowed Andy to start getting into a triangle position because my posture was already broken down. So on your double legs and single legs, keep your head on the inside. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting me through my BJJ journey. It truly does mean a lot. For my next upload, I'm actually going to be breaking down one of my friend's videos where he entered a no-gi competition and ended up going against somebody who was 200+ pounds, and he's like 154. He's in my weight class. That video is going to be featuring Chad the Dad Meyer, so stay tuned for that. It's coming to the channel next, and that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting me. Catch you on the next one. Peace.